Hello everyone, good day. I am Melen S. Salo and I am your librarian for today. And for today's program, we will gonna have a library orientation and I would like to welcome you all for coming here today. Welcome to Salo Elementary School Library. Be with me as I share and discuss this orientation for today. I hope you have seated properly and I hope you listen well. And I am so excited to meet you and to share to you our topic for today. And for this orientation, you've learned about the library history, library goals and missions, library service hours, library personnels, library general rules, library collections, and fines and others penalties. Okay, everyone. The first part, we will discuss about the introduction and history of the library. Salo Elementary School Library, with the acronym of SESL, is a library wherein a school where a student, staff, and the parents of a public or a private school have access to a variety of any resources. The concept of books created specifically for a young people, it was established by Orbis Sensualium and Pectus by Johann Amos Comenius. Library goal. The goal of the Salo Elementary School Library is to ensure that all members of the school community have equitable access to books and to reading, to information and to the information technology that we are using right now. And for the library mission, it is to build and create a relevance of materials that pursue excellent library services, which lead to individual learning, creativity, and research and promote literacy. And the enjoyment of reading and a well-managed and comfortable learning environment that we will equip to you that you can access it. Salo Elementary School Library Service R. The attached picture in the presentation, it shows that we are open Monday to Friday. It is start from 7:30 to 12 a.m. And for our noon break, it will start at 12 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We will also open for the PM. It starts from 1 p.m. and we will close at 5 p.m. You can go to library for questions about our library service hours. For the library staff, I will introduce them to you and their face is attached to the presentation so that you can see them and when you go to library, you know them to ask question, to ask clarification, and that's it. Let's start from the library director. I will introduce myself because I am the library director of Salo Elementary School Library. I am Melen S. Salo, a registered librarian. And for the staff assigned in the library circulation, it is Mr. John I. Dobla, a registered librarian. When you borrow a book, you can go to him and circulate the process. And for the Educational Media Center, the staff assigned here is Mr. Paul Bandoho, and he is also a registered librarian. Salo Elementary School Library Collection. These are reference books, periodicals, fiction, non-fictions, and talking books. References. It is a section of library reference books, which are those materials that are meant to aid research by providing quick and accessible information. The attached picture presented shows the reference area. and it is available only in the library and not available for checking out. Periodicals. It is a section where the library subscribe to a number of collection of periodicals which can be found in the shelves. Also, periodicals contains magazines, newspapers, and other materials. Fiction. This collection contains the stories that are not true. It is arranged to the shelves according to alphabetical order and by author's last name. And for the non-fictions, it is a story of factual events. Example of this is the life story. It is also arranged to the shelves according to Dewey Decimal System, arranged numerical order by book subjects. Book subjects is given by the process of technical section. It is already given. Talking book. Talking book is technical or technological materials. It is already provided in the library and you can borrow it. Our talking book service given you access fiction and non-fiction books for adults and children. An audiobook for a talking book, it is a recorded of a book of other work being read out loud. This talking book is very useful, especially when you want to the storytelling. You can only listen to it. You don't need to read it because it is already provided to the audio of the books. It is also for you if you don't know how to read words or phrase. It is already provided that when you attach the pencil or the point out to read a book, it is automatic can read a word so that you can listen to it and you know how to pronounce it because you already have a guide. Library circulating area. It is an area where you can place, process a book, ask for inquiries and question. And all items for borrowing and returning books, it is processed to the circulation disk or circulation area. And the attached picture presented so that you can go to the circulation area. You don't need to ask where it is located because it is already presented and you have a copy about what are going to do in the circulation disk area. Library area, it is a place where you can do a research and a place where you can do sit or reading. In the presentation, it is provided the picture of the area so that you can go there and do your things. Also, for clarification, you can ask to the circulation disk or the librarian. Here are the presented general library rules of Salo Elementary School Library. These are the things that you always need to remember when you go to library. The first rule is always wear your proper school uniform and scan ID when you enter a library. Because a library need to record your school ID to process. And for the second rule, silent must be observed because library is known as a silent place because students need a focus for their readings. And no food and sleeping allowed and keep the library neat. It is also prohibited to bring any kind of food inside the library and also keep your things when you go out to library. And for the next rules is handle resources carefully. When you are in the library, you need to take care any kinds of library materials so that the library is being cared inside the library. And for the next rules is do not mark any library materials. As you go to library, you can see whatever things inside of it. It is already clean so that you don't have to write anything into library for natures and any kinds of materials. And for the last rules is school ID is not transferable. Your school IDs is already yours. You didn't need to pass it to your classmate, your friends inside the library because it is already prohibited. And school ID is really important of the school rules and especially to the rules of library. Salo Elementary School fines and other penalties. For overdue books, the following fines are exposed. All books is 5 cents a day per day. Holiday and weekends are not included to the fines. And for the loss of books, a student will have to pay for the cost of the materials, or you can replace the same materials to the library. It is the rule that you need to follow. Library loan periods of Salo Elementary School Library. Reference books and periodicals materials are only used inside the library and it is not allowed to go out. You are able to checking out the library materials in the circulating, and you need to have your borrower's card when you borrow a book or any kinds of materials. And 2 books at a time when you may check item out for 1 week. And don't leave your materials and books overdue because you need to pay the fines. Library form to sign up when borrowing a book. The library already provided the account number, the author, the title, and the call number of a book. All you need is to sign your name, the date today, and go to circulation list and wait for the process because the librarian or the staff assigned in the circulation list will put the date due and sign the form so that you can have your book and you have a copy when you return the book to the library. And for the library activity, for the last presentation, we will show you a video where you can reflect to the library.
When I'm reading, I am succeeding. I pick up a book and take a look, my mind just starts to grow. When I'm reading, I feel so free, and I'm turning pages, spending ages, friends all on my own. I love to read. I love to read. I love to read. And read and read and read. I love to read. I love to read. I love to read. And read and read and read. I love to read. Any type of book, any type of theme. Study the pictures, read the words and find out what they mean. Any type of book, any type of theme. Study the pictures, read the words and find out what they mean. When I'm reading, I am succeeding. I pick up a book and take a look, my mind just starts to grow. When I'm reading, I feel so free, and I'm turning pages, spending ages, friends all on my own. I love to read. I love to read. I love to read. And read and read and read. I love to read. I love to read. I love to read. And read and read and read. I love to read. Dictions, explanations, instructions, fairy tales, horror books and joke books, cookbooks, maths as well. Dictions, explanations, instructions, fairy